Good afternoon, everybody. I'm going to be going over top 5 loadouts for Warzone, and I'm going to be giving the stats on why I'm picking these. These are all my personal favorite why I'm picking these. So, none of these are actually like a legit top 5. These are my top 5 personal loadouts that I think that you guys will enjoy and like and use. So, you know what? Let's just jump right into it. So, if you like the video, please give me a like, subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoy this video, guys. So, let's jump right into it. Hey guys, so the first loadout we're going to be going over today is the AX50 and the M4A1. Now the reason why I picked the AX50 is because it is an automatic one tap if you get him in the head. So it's a 250, it does 250 damage per headshot, 112 damage in the chest area, 102 damage in the stomach, and 91 damage per limb. So if you get him in the arm or legs, it's 91 damage. So this means it takes about 1 to 3 shots to knock somebody or kill somebody, and it goes about 40 rounds per minute. So that's really good. That's second highest out of the sniper class. So that's the reason why I'm picking the AX50. And then now we're gonna go over the M4A1, which is it actually goes for 800 rounds per minute, which is really good. It's just the highest besides the Ram 7 in all marksman rifles. So it's a really good gun. And so the reason why I picked it is because it does 42 damage in the head, 28 damage for the rest of the entire body. So yeah, it's going to take about 3 to 12 shots to kill somebody, but you got to realize the fire rate makes up for that, guys. So honestly, using the M4A1 is really good in this game. So that's the reason why I'm using that for loadout number 1, guys. Alright guys, for loadout number 2, we're going to be going over the M13 and the MP5. Now the reason why I picked this loadout is because this loadout together is honestly unstoppable because of the high fire rate both these guns have. So we're going to go over the M13 right now. So the M13 has a rounds per minute of 900 rounds per minute, guys. So that's extremely high. It's the highest of all the not marksman rifles, but assault rifles in the game. So it has the highest fire rate out of all the assault rifles. So that's really good. So it kind of just lacks in damage, but it makes up for it in fire rate, guys. So the M13 does 36 damage per headshot and 24 damage to the rest of the body. So either way, it's a really good gun, but it just lacks in damage, but it makes up for it in fire rate, guys. So now we're going to be going over the MP5, guys. Now the MP5 is a really good gun. So this one actually also has it does 800 rounds per minute, which is extremely good, but it has a freaking huge damage hit point. So honestly, for the damage that the MP5 does, it shouldn't even be an SMG. It should honestly be a marksman rifle because it does 49 damage to per headshot, and it does 34 damage to the chest, 34 damage to the stomach, and 30 damage to the limbs. So it does extremely good damage for being a SMG. So honestly, this is the reason why I use it. I use this gun more for close encounters, not really much for long range. I use the M13 for long range. So these are the reasons why I picked both these guns. I would honestly highly recommend using extended mags for both of these weapons because that's the way you'll be able to melt kids. Because having a 30 round clip in Warzone honestly doesn't really help, just because everybody's running around with armor. So honestly, just doing that will save you, and it'll help you out a lot because you're going to be able to melt kids like no other. So I highly recommend using extended mags on this one for sure, guys. Alright guys, so the third loadout we're going to be going over today is the AX50 and the M13. So yeah, we've already talked about these two guns, but the reason why I picked these two guns is because the high damage output that the AX50 does, and this is a really good gun for long range encounters, as you're going to see right now that I'm able to pick people off. This just goes to show you how much damage it does per headshot. Look at this. Down automatically. A headshot does 250 damage flat. It will knock anybody. It will rip off their entire shield. So if you land those headshots with a sniper, I mean, they're basically done for. They're done. And then the reason why I picked the M13 with this loadout is because of the high fire rate this gun has. So having this gun in close encounters, and then also having it, you know, sometimes for mid, not for too much long range. So I would honestly use this for close to small to medium range gunfights. Anything that longer than that, I'd honestly just recommend using the sniper rifle. But definitely these two guns together are kind of unstoppable. They're pretty good. I've already talked about the damage and how many rounds per minute, so you know there's nothing really much to talk about on this loadout, but I highly recommend using it just because it's honestly a deadly combo, guys. So I highly recommend using it for sure. Alright guys, so the fourth loadout we're going to be going over today is the Carbine and the Grau 556. And the reason why I picked these two guns, man, honestly, they kind of speak for themselves. The Carbine does really good damage. I mean, it has an extremely fast fire rate. It does 90 rounds 90 rounds per minute, guys. And it has a damage output of 145 per headshot. So that basically rips off their shield. So 2 headshots automatically drops them. And if you land a headshot and then a body shot, I mean, you automatically down them either way. So, I mean, the Carbine kind of speaks for itself. It does extremely well. And it does about 145 damage per headshot, 108 damage in the chest, 90 damage for the stomach and limbs. So it does really good work, guys. Like, I mean, it's an extremely really good gun. I used to hate the gun. Well, I hate when the gun gets used on me. So honestly, but it is an extremely good gun, guys. I honestly highly recommend using it. It does it will kill people in about 1 to 3 shots all the time. I mean, anything more than 3 is kind of rare. So honestly, guys, I'd honestly recommend using the Carbine. So now we're gonna move on to the Grau 556, guys. Now the Grau 556 is an extremely good gun as well, guys. Like, I mean, I barely started using this gun, but man, I fell in love when I started using it. Something about it is just so smooth, guys. It's an extremely smooth gun. I mean, it just feels so good using it. I'm not gonna lie. I love it. I mean, I fell in love with it when I started using it. So, the Grau has 730 rounds per minute, and it does damage for 42 per headshot, and then 28 for the chest, stomach, and limbs. So, it's not bad on damage, but it's not the best. But I mean, something about it is so smooth about the gun. I mean, it's an extremely smooth gun. I honestly highly recommend using it. It's a really good gun. It will kill in about 3 to 6, maybe 9 shots to knock and kill, well, just to knock them. So it's a really good gun, guys. I honestly recommend using it. I mean, it's so smooth. It feels great. The reload animation is really great. I mean, I can't. I fell in love with this gun when I first used it. I mean, there's no bad side to this gun. So I highly recommend using this combo. It's extremely deadly. Long range for the Carbine and short range for the Grau. Now for the final loadout, guys, loadout number 5, I'm going to be talking about the AX50 and the FR556. Now, I have mentioned the AX50 a lot in this video, but honestly, for this loadout, I honestly kind of recommend not using the AX50. I honestly would recommend using the MP5, just because for those close range encounter, you'll see that when I'm getting it in close range, the FR556 does not really make up for those close encounters. So I wouldn't recommend using the AX50, even though it is a nice little loadout. For those close encounters, you're not going to be able to win. You're not going to win those. I mean, it's going to be rare if you win those. But honestly, we've already talked about the AX50, and we talked about the MP5. So it's up to you which one you want to choose, but we're definitely going to go over the FR556. Now, this gun is actually extremely good. It has a slow fire rate, I mean, rounds per minute. But, I mean, it makes up for it in damage. I mean, the damage is extremely good, guys. So it shoots for 560 rounds per minute, and it does 64 damage per headshot, 40 damage to the rest of the entire body. So, I mean, it's really good with damage, guys. So I honestly recommend using the FR556. I used to be a hater. I used to hate this gun. I mean, I never liked it until I started using it recently as well. I mean, it's really good. It's really good, guys. So I honestly recommend using it. I would honestly really recommend it. I would also recommend not using the AX50. I would recommend using like an SMG or maybe a shotgun. A shotgun would be nice. But I would honestly recommend using the MP5 just because of the high fire rate and how much damage it does. So honestly, for those close encounters, I would recommend using the MP5 because the FR556 will not really do the FAMAS. I call it the FAMAS. It's not gonna win those close range encounters, guys. So honestly, I kind of messed up on this loadout, but honestly, I would recommend using the MP5 Now the FR556 with the MP5 would probably be an extremely deadly combo, because you will use the FR56 for mid to long range, and then you'll use the MP5 for those close to small range encounters. I mean, that's good. That's really good, guys. So those are it, guys. Those are going to be the loadouts that we go over today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please let me know where I could fix myself and improve myself on these videos. I honestly would recommend the feedback. I actually love criticism. It makes me better in these videos. So if you guys like the video, please give a thumbs up, subscribe, and let me know how I did, guys. So if you guys enjoy these videos, let me know, and I can make more of these videos for sure for you guys. No problem about that. So I hope you guys have a good night. I'll let you guys have a good night, and that's it, guys. Have a good one.